Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. In that I am moving with GATE, and this is 10th lecture of manufacturing. Okay, 10th lecture of manufacturing, and we are going to cover forging in today's lecture. In yesterday's lecture we have covered the extrusion, and that from today we are moving with forging. Okay, but before that I wanted to say that if you are enjoying my session, then please like session and please share this session, because I'm doing too much effort for recording such a good content of video, and I am giving you this all content free of cost. So share the channel with needy peoples. So forging have basically two types depending on. First is force application, and second is shape obtained. Means forging can be classified into two types. One classification may be based on the force application, and another is based on the shape obtained, what kind of shape we are getting. In case of force application, there is hand forging and machine forging. Okay, hand forging and machine forging. The force application with the help of hand, then that will be hand forging, and if with the help of machine like press tools and etc., then that will become the machine forging. And in case of shape obtained, there is open die, then closed die, and semi closed die forging. Okay, means depending on the shape of die. If die shape is open, like this is lower die and this is upper die. Okay, and here is the material. So this die is open, the material can flow here and there. So this is open die forging. Okay, and if we have constraints here, like here is the material. Okay, and the die is upper die is directly here. So that material can't move the out of the cavity. So this is closed die, and if that cavity will be likewise, means here some portion of material can go outside. So this case is semi closed die. Okay, means depending on the die, which kind of die we are using. The forging have two types: open die forging, closed die forging, and semi closed die forging. Okay, then which kind of operations we performs on forging machine? We will look the forging operations. Forging operations. First is flaring. Okay, then chamfering. Chamfering means we provide chamfer, like if this is our workpiece, then at the edges we provide some taper. Okay, so this is called as chamfering. So the chamfering also we can do on forging. Okay, then drawing like deep drawing, and that means the sheet metal will be deep drawn to form cylinder or likewise the shape. That is nothing but the drawing operation that we can perform on forging. Then bending. Okay, bending operation means only metal bending, sheet metal bending. We have to bend any end, then that will be the bending operation. Then there is upsetting, then blocking or swagging, then aging, then there is finishing, flattening, and last is trimming. Okay, these are number of operations that we can perform with the help of forging: fullering, chamfering, drawing, bending, upsetting, blocking, aging, finishing, flattening, and trimming. Okay. So we are not moving too much detail into that operations because we have time constraint also, and in case of gate they are not going to ask you the principle of any one operation. Then defects in metal forming. Okay, next topic is defects in metal forming. Okay, what are the defects that may occur in while a metal forming process? Forging is one kind of metal forming process, and we are moving with metal forming process. So defects in metal forming process. First is bamboo defect. Bamboo defect means the external surface will have some spike. Likewise, if this rod we have designed or we have obtained from the metal forming process, and if this rod has some spike, likewise that spike will be very small size. I am for only explaining to you, I am showing too much large spikes. That spikes will be of very small size. If the spikes on the external surface are there, then that defect is bamboo defect. Then pipe defect or center burst means at the inner of the that rod there is any cavity or etc. That kind of defect is pipe defect. Then surface cracking. Surface cracking means at the surface if there is any crack available, that is called as surface cracking. And that surface cracks will be developed because of metal forming process. If the stresses are too much high and material is not going to sustain that amount of stress, then ultimately the cracks will be developed. Then cold shut. Cold shut, it is the same defect as in case of metal casting was there. That is nothing but in case of forging we will take into consideration. If the die cavity is likewise, okay, and the material is pressed by one upper die, this is upper die, this is lower die, and the material is pressed here. But what happened, because of the material strength and etc., the material will not acquire exact corner. The material will have some roundness here. That may be called as cold shut. This defect is cold shut. Okay. Or there may be folding can takes place. Likewise here the material will fold. Okay, that kind of defects is also nothing but the cold shut. Then scale pockets and underfills. Scale pockets and underfills. These are some defects that forging operation have. Means in case of metal forming, these are number of defects that may occur. So we have to take care of these defects. Then for today's lecture we have bonus point. If you wish to watch my all videos, then go to my channel. I have designed separate playlist for separate subject, so you can watch there. Bonus point, that is nothing but the die design parameters in forging. In case of forging, the die design parameters. Okay, what are the die design parameters which we have to consider while forging die design? Okay, so there is the parting line, then there is the fillet. Okay, parting line, fillet, then flash and gutter, then die material requirements, then draft angles. Draft angles is nothing but for easy removal we provide some taper, that is nothing but the draft angles. Okay, so these are some parameters that we have to consider while designing die for forging operation. Okay, and another one bonus point, that is nothing but the materials. Materials for die, that is nothing but tool and die steel with chromium, molybdenum and nickel or vanadium. Okay, chromium, molybdenum, nickel and vanadium. Tool and die steels with chromium, molybdenum, nickel and vanadium. This kind of alloying elements if present there in tool and die steel, then that material is die material for forging operation. Okay, this is all about what I have designed for today's lecture, and in next lecture we will come up with welding. So thank you friends, we will meet again.